My greetings and hellos to you, and have I got a tale for you. But first, please do remember to like and subscribe to this channel for even more. Now, today's tale is an old one indeed. For you, it was first written down by one Marie de France in the 12th century. A tale of a great beast and betrayal and there's... But I'm getting ahead of myself. So, if you're ready, I'll tell you the tale of the Bisclavret. In days long gone within the lands of Brittany, there served a good and noble knight, Biscard, who was known for his bravery and charity. Biscard was well loved by all he held responsibility over, and was valued by those he pledged himself to. But he had one terrible secret that he kept from all of them. For within every month, without fail, he was missing for 3 whole days. This had been the case for many years, and had long troubled his younger brother, Corentin. Corentin would search for his brother for those 3 days, but would never be able to find him. After all these years, Corentin finally gave up and confronted Biscard.
Where do you go? Go? What are you talking about, brother?
And with a dismissing laugh, Biscard left his brother for 3 days. The next month, Corentin asked him again.
What are you going to do for the coming 3 days? The duty due to my knighthood. Now excuse me, brother.
Biscard once again departed for 3 days. Corentin the following month confronted his brother for a 3rd time.
Don't toy with me this time. You will not pass me Corentin, without yielding to me the truth. I haven't got the time. No, not this time.
Biscard was now looking worriedly at the low sun in the sky.
Swear, on your honour, that you will answer my questions. On my honour. I will answer your questions, but on my return.
Corentin knew that he would now get his answers, so stepped aside, allowing Biscard to flee into the coming night. After the 3 days had passed, the 2 brothers met in a quiet place.
Now, finally, where have you been?
Biscard, after a long moment, finally answered.
I go deep into the forgotten corners of the forest where none will go. But why? To keep you all safe. Safe? Safe from what? From me. Biscard, I don't understand. Every month for those 3 days I transform into a beast, a great wolf, a Bisclavret.
Corentin couldn't look at his brother for what felt like an age, until his mind came to stop on a single thought.
How do you become yourself again? I must reclothe myself as a man once more.
The brothers parted in silence. For the whole of the next month, Corentin could not get the Bisclavret out of his mind. What if Biscard could not get to the forest in time? And what would happen if he was to never return? That is when a dark thought entered his mind. So, when Biscard took himself deep into the forest once again, Corentin followed and watched as he placed his clothes safely hidden in a tree. Then, as his brother changed, from a man into the Bisclavret. And ran deep into the forest on the hunt. Corentin waited for the howls to become more distant. Then, gathering up his brother's clothes, he ran from the forest. Now, many years did pass since Guiscard was last seen. Corentin was given all his lands, his duty, and knighthood. And the forest was given a feared beast that stalked and preyed in the shadows. Until one day, the king of the land sought his sport in the forest, having heard fantastical tales of the beast that lived there. He set his hunters to track it for him to hunt. So, the king and his court chased the Bisclavret from the darkened and twisted parts of the forest, through the glade and over the stream, until there was nowhere left to run. The king stepped forward to give the killing blow. But the Bisclavret did not cower or weep or plead, nor did it strike out with its great teeth and claws. Rather, it stepped forward to meet the king and bowed low with all courtly grace. This gave the king great amusement, and he declared that no harm should come to the beast, and it should forevermore be by his side. And so the Bisclavret left the forest and became the king's constant companion. He was so gentle and loyal that before any could see the king, they first had to present themselves to the beast for approval. Some more years passed until the day came that Corentin was summoned by the king on matters of state. But as he presented himself to the beast, the Bisclavret set himself upon him with great howling and gnashing of its jaws. It took many of the king's men to pull it from Corentin. The court was thrown into a great fear, for if the Bisclavret could do this to Corentin, why would it not do it to any of them? As many were calling for the beast to be banished or even killed, one wise courtier spoke above the panic.
The beast has met the high and the low, all before, and has treated all with the same gentle kindness it shows the king. So, I say, Sir Corentin must have done something to the beast. Yes, some injury we do not know.
The king saw the sense in the advice and sent Corentin to be questioned. Corentin, after all these years and the king's questioning, could no longer hold on to his guilt, and told of how he had betrayed his own brother and sentenced him to a life of wild hunger as the Bisclavret by stealing his clothes. The king was enraged at the whole affair and demanded that Corentin return his brother's clothes. The clothes were set before the Bisclavret, but he made no move towards them. The king was most confused until the wise courtier spoke up once again.
If he is to become a man once more, should we not give him the privacy we would a man?
Thus the Bisclavret was left with the clothes of Guiscard for a while. Upon the king's return, he found Guiscard dressed and resting from his ordeal of these many years. On his wakening, the king restored all he had lost and banished Corentin from the realm for his betrayal. Well, I bet Guiscard was glad of that wise courtier, or he had been a beast forever. And how foolish was that Corentin! If only he had trusted his brother. Well, now, I trust you've all been having fun with your tales, yes? And I can't wait to hear them. So please send your stories to bard.elven.tales@gmail.com. Like and subscribe this channel, and do share with all your friends, and I'll see you soon for more Bard Elven Tales.